The next best thing to living the moment is remembering it. Don't miss out on your 2025 to 2026 Woods Charter Yearbook for just $50. Celebrate the moments, the laughs, and the memories that made your year. Senior ads and personal pages are on sale, too. Make your mark before time runs out.
Welcome back to the Peace, Love, and Life podcast. I'm Grace Murphy, and next year I'll be in college, so today's topic is very relevant to me. And my co-host, Ivy Nuss, I think.
Yes, it is. Today we have guest expert Daniel Worrell, who is going to teach us about student loans.
Hey guys, I'm so excited to be on the podcast today. I think this topic is really important too. Not enough people know about it.
Daniel, can you tell us a bit more about yourself? How did you become an expert in this field, and what inspired you to teach other people about student loans?
I was inspired to pursue this profession because I didn't have a lot of money to spend on going to college, so I had to get a full ride if I wanted to be able to go. That didn't end up happening, and I didn't realize student loans were an option, so I had to work at Bojangles for a few years until I saved up enough money to go back to school and get my bachelor's in finance. I then did a rigorous course to become a certified student loan professional. Now I get to teach people about what I didn't know when I went to school.
That is so inspirational. I guess we should go ahead and dive into the nitty-gritty details of student loans.
Let's start off with federal loans. There are 4 different types of federal loans: direct subsidized loans, direct unsubsidized loans, direct plus loans, and direct consolidation loans.
Uh-oh. This seems really complicated and confusing.
It can be confusing. For starters, these types of loans can only be offered to you if you fill out the FAFSA form, which we will get into in a little bit. 2 types, subsidized and unsubsidized. Direct subsidized loans are for eligible undergraduate students who demonstrate a financial need to help cover their college costs. Direct unsubsidized loans are for eligible undergraduate, graduate, and professional students. Financial need does not affect eligibility for this loan.
Okay, what are the other 2?
The other 2 are a little more confusing and situational. Direct plus loans are for graduate students, professional students, and parents of undergraduate students. Eligibility is not based on the financial need of the borrower for this loan, but a credit check is required.
Wait. You're telling me that you can be denied a student loan? I thought you just asked for one and they gave it to you.
That's a common misconception. In reality, it can actually be quite a process to get a loan because the bank has to do an assessment to make sure you are actually worth the risk and will pay them back. The last type of direct loans are direct consolidation loans. These loans allow a student loan holder to combine all their student loans into a single consolidation loan with a single service provider.
Wow, that seems like a good loan to remember, especially if you're getting loans from different places.
Yeah, that's what I just said. There is also the State Forgivable Loans program, as well as the private student loans.
That is a lot of information. How will I remember it all?
It's all available on the CFNC website under the Pay for College section. Anyways, the State Forgivable Loans program currently has 3 options. The first being Forgivable Education Loans for Service, provides financial assistance in the form of forgivable loans to assist qualified students who are committed to working in North Carolina in design critical employment shortage professions, including education, allied health, nursing, and medicine. If you feel like that applies to you, you should go to the CFNC website to learn more. Same with the North Carolina Transforming Principal Preparation Program, the NCTPPP. It provides financial assistance in the form of forgivable loans to qualified students who plan to enroll in a master's program, school administration, and serve as a principal, assistant principal, or other approved school leader position in North Carolina public schools. The North Carolina Teaching Fellows Program is a competitive, merit-based program that provides financial assistance in the form of forgivable loans to highly qualified students committed to teaching special education or a STEM field in a North Carolina public school.
I don't really think any of this applies to me.
Then you wouldn't need to worry about them. You can only apply for these if you qualify for them.
That's something about private loans?
Yes, private loans are a lot simpler. Using the NC Student Assist Loan and the NC Parent Assist Loans program, which can be accessed on the CFNC website.
Okay, let's move on to our next topic, how to submit FAFSA.
How do you find out about these amazing loans?
Good question, Grace. You can apply for loans through the CFNC website. From there, you just need to fill out the FAFSA form like I mentioned before.
Wait, how do you use the website?
Well, to use the website, you first need a technological device.
What's a device?
A device is something you use to access the internet. Use the keys on your keyboard and either a mouse or trackpad to move around the website. Once you've gotten a device, you just go to the CFNC website and fill out their FAFSA form. When you filled out the form, you'll get a response from the colleges you're applying to on what loans you qualify for.
How do I find out what schools I'm applying for?
What a silly question, Ivy. You just go to your Common App account and check the My Colleges section.
But don't you need an account on the CFNC website before you can fill out the FAFSA form?
What an intelligent question, unlike Ivy's. Yes, you do need to create an account with CFNC before filling out the FAFSA form. You'll need your social security number to create the account, so you'd better hope that you have one. Also note that it is illegal to use someone else's.
How much should I borrow for my student loans? If I borrow some extra, will I be able to spend it on clothes and other stuff other than school? Maybe I could even go on a cool trip.
No, it's important to be smart when borrowing money. All money borrowed has to be paid back with interest, so you should never borrow more than you need or what you realistically will be able to pay back.
What other factors should you consider when deciding how much you should borrow?
Good question. You should think about what career you plan to pursue and research the average salary of that career. You should pay attention to starting salaries and how easy it will be to get promotions and raises as well. These considerations will really help you decide what you will realistically be able to pay back.
Okay, quick pause. Guess who's sponsoring us today?
I don't know. Give me a hint.
We basically survive off their food. Since they have so many good deals and they have a student discount you can get just by showing them your ID, which I'm really looking forward to using next year when we're in college.
Oh my gosh, is it the Bojangles? I live for those fluffy made-from-scratch biscuits, especially when I'm studying for school.
I love them too, especially how they give broke students like you and me affordable meal options we can eat and never get sick of.
Wait, this was too much for me. Can you summarize it all really quick?
Of course, stupid Ivy. So pretty much, you apply for loans by filling out the FAFSA form on the CFNC website. Once you've done that, you'll be informed of what loans you qualify for. Though it is important to make sure you don't take more than what you need, as you'll have to pay it back with interest later on.
That sums it up for me. Before we end, here's a word from our sponsors.
Almost 40% of high school students report feeling lonely, sad, or depressed on a regular basis. But we have found that going to sports games can greatly reduce that number, since it can provide you with community and help you feel less lonely. Are you tired of feeling alone, forgotten, or simply just sad? Attend a Woods charter sporting event and curb the emotional distress you are experiencing. And you never know what's going to happen. You might just end up having the best night of your life or meeting your new best friend.
Thanks for tuning into this week's episode of the Peace, Love, and Life podcast. See you next week.